Ryan posts up, and again just couldn't finish it. In the meantime, Jade Kirk's coming to the game for her first minutes as well. Here again is Lee back on the floor. Gillespie, Young into the game also for the Cavs, and again Rachel Bell, 8 points now. She's starting to find some range from the mid-range position. Burns. Again, Kirk kicks out to the three-point line, looks to drive. Good roll by Alan Wright, but the shot was again too much to handle. But the second chance rebound was excellent, and she'll get a couple of free throws at the line.
And, well, right there, that offense was a lot better. Even Alan Wright's first shot, even though it was a bit strong, at least they got in the paint a little bit, so...
Yeah, that's correct. And I think it's the intent, and I think it's also the fact that it's just more so the fact that they're able to get in and get those rebounds again. It gives a bit of confidence as Wright makes a second. 20-point lead still here, 27-7. Here is Bell again with a spin, couldn't get it to go. Young swings it to Taylor Lee. Inside, Crichton, back out to Bell. Lee pulls up for three at the top. Couldn't get it to go. Good rebound, Crichton, though. Another possession here. Bell for three, as easy as you like. Rachel Bell is having herself a very, very good first half. Goodness me, it's 30-7. Burns, Ryan with the spin, left hand is short. And here again, Lee in transition all the way. Here she goes. It's a good finish from Taylor Lee.
Great drive.
The coast to coast. We've seen her do it once before in the first quarter. She's done it again. You've got to pick up the players early in the court, in the half court. Kirk trying to make something happen. Right, heavy. Wine with the rebound. Got the foul and one. Good to go. Hayley Wine gets the basket. The hand check there, and a bit of positive points coming from a Hume City perspective.
I think she may have been a bit lucky there. I think she got away with the shuffling of the feet, but
the
Broncos will take what they can get.
One of the refs did see the shovel and was about to call it, and the other ref overruled it and called the N1. So in a game like this, I think you take what you can get. Oh, no basket, rather. So they've called no basket, but a foul on the shot. Not sure why it didn't count. With the free throw, with the actual shot.
Not sure why either.
Nonetheless, Wine missed the first free throw. Makes the second. 32-8 is the scoreline here. Here is Gillespie, guarded by Tawaf. Again, Bell, Gillespie, swings it across. Here is Lee. She's been good from outside three. Mid-range jumper from Young. Off the backboard. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound by Alan Wright. And Hume City in transition. Look to push the ball. Tawaf. Burns. Tawaf was open underneath the key, but Burns couldn't see it. Tawaf for the mid-range is good. Good finish there by Paige Tawaf. And Hume City finally hit double digits. It's a 22-point KC lead. Lee, Bell, three ball, not quite this time off the front of the iron. Right, could not control it, and another Cavs possession coming. The Broncos 4 from 25 from the field in this game so far. That's 16%, if anyone is wondering on the live stream. Bell, Fowler, Young, and again, Rachel Bell. She's up to 15 points in this first half already. There's no respite for the Broncos at all in this game. Right. Finds CMO, who's checked back in for Sophie Burns. Tawaf. Kirk pulls back for three. Again, unlucky on the shot. Hume City wanted a foul there, but what a pass again from Lee to Bell. This combination is ridiculously good. And now Rachel Bell is up to 17 points in this game. To off. Right, inside, couldn't get it to go. And again, the rebound, Tegan Fowler. And down the floor come the Cavs. Shot was a little bit off from Bell. She's going to give it another try, potentially, no. She'll reset to Gillespie. Single digit is the shot clock. Good roll inside by Young. And off the backboard, a nice little finish by Tess Young. And the lead is 26. Foul on Alana Gillespie. The funny thing is as well, Hannah, is the fact that they're doing this without Sharisha Richards on the floor.
It's a bit scary to think
It's
about.
very, very scary. It's very, very scary.
But
She is their leading scorer, and yet it's a 36-10 run.
I guess for the Broncos, they just got to think about, we've just got to play the 5 that are on the court and not worry about it. As a foul's called here, I think, on Leilani Samoa,
No, it's
or
Ellen,
maybe
Ellen White, that one
yeah.
for a hand foul, yeah.
I think Ellen's getting a bit frustrated. I think I saw her. She's getting between the tall timber of Casey. She's just getting a little bit frustrated, I think.
So, Casey, again, looking at a good pass again. And this chemistry between Bell and Lee is just lining up the corral at the moment. A good finish there that time by Taylor Lee. It's a 30-point game. Lord, put it up. Nothing called again, and rebound again by Rachel Bell. Swings it across in to Gillespie with a spin. That one there was a bit of an uncontrolled shot, a bit ambitious, and the 150 gamer with a rebound. Leilani Samoa steps back, looked for the 3-ball, couldn't get it. Lord cut inside, and a shooting foul coming. A foul there on Tess Young, and Lord will go to the line for a couple.
That's better. A good cut from Lord, and she forced the foul there. Yeah,
I think it was the first time that Hume City identified that she had been, because she had been cutting a couple of times.
Yeah.
But they never actually got the ball into her there. She sealed nicely and actually got a good position on Tess Young. For
she had
foul.
a good open layup before, which she just missed. But so she's had a couple of good minutes, I think. As she misses the free throw.
Nothing falling at all for Hume City at this point in time. 2 from 5 from the free throw line, sorry. And makes the second. 0 for 6 from 3 also are Hume City. Here is Gillespie, kicks it to Young. Young faked the 3 and held it up. And here is Taylor Lee, not quite. Lord tapped it to Burns' advantage, and down the floor is Overby in front now. That's better. Good transitional play from Hume City down the floor. They've got to be careful here on Casey's transition because they're just as quick and just as deadly. Gillespie for 3. Nearly wedged herself in between the ring and the window. And here again is Bell for 3. Not quite again. Young will contract a foul. It was on, I think, on either Burns or Lord. Foul on Burns again. It's a baseline ball on the rebound, and Sophie Burns has her second foul as well. Kyra Webb coming in also for the Cavs for her first minutes of the game. Just over 4 minutes to go in this second quarter. Lee for 3, not quite. Rebound already by Webb, and 1! And again, these players coming off the bench for the Cavs getting early minutes, and Kyra Webb with a brilliant rebound and a contact and the foul. So
I missed block out there as well from Tash, and she was frustrated with herself there. But just shows that, it's a simple thing. But kids, your block out, so you're going to get the rebound most of the time.
lead back out to 30, 43-13. Samoa to Overby on the baseline. Wind back into the game as well. Pick the pocket. That was Sarah Parsons who did that as well. She's been really good defensively. Lee. Here's Gillespie for 3. Not quite. Rebound by Haley Winder. Stripped again by Parsons. And that is a really, really good play Tess Young with a finish. Timeout, Hume City. Goodness me. Sarah Parsons on both ends of the floor. Just making plays, providing her team with opportunity. And the lead is 32 points.
Yeah, well, Parsons, she hasn't scored yet, but she's got a couple of rebounds, I think that's 6 assists now, and a steal just there, so she's plus 22 points on when she's on the court, so she's having a great game considering she hasn't actually scored.
I mean, look at a lot of the plus minus here for Casey. Rachel Bell plus 27, Taylor Lee plus 27. As you said, Sarah Parsons plus 22 is also Tegan Fowler and Beck Maudsley plus 19. They are firing on all cylinders, and it is ugly. It really is ugly, but there's nothing you can do about it when a team is this dominant.
Yeah, I think you just got to take the little things out of it for the Broncos. And perhaps maybe they've just been caught on a bad night, maybe. But I just remembered before, too, when I was trying to see who the Broncos are on the court, just as a party, actually. I think she's out for the season because she's had her appendix removed. So, yeah, she's in hospital overnight, I think, but otherwise she's okay, but it's a 6-week recovery and it's out 6 weeks ago in the season.
That's a lot of experience gone for this team as well. She's usually in the starting lineup and brings a lot of attacking prowess to the guard position as Hume City have to break this trap, this full court press. They do so well. Overby into wind of the high posts, spins on Webb and gets the shot to fall with a lucky roll. Again, the Cavs wasting no time moving the ball down the floor to get into their offensive sets. As has happened for the majority of this first half. Lee. Mid-range jumper, won't fall there. Overby trying to get front position. Hume City come away with the ball. Burns, mid-range jumper the other way around, is short. Rebound, Sarah Parsons. So, Lee again. Parsons opts for the 3 ball. Rims off the back of the iron, and again, this is Maudsley with another second chance rebound. Parsons, back to Maudsley. Looks, couldn't get the lead cut. Good hands, active hands there from Hume City. Here comes Siamoa down the floor. Look for the spin. And got the foul. That one there, I believe, was on Tess Young again. Indeed it was. So Tess Young has a couple of fouls to her name as well. It'd be a 3rd foul, rather. So early foul trouble for Tess Young. Should come out of the game. And again, free throws. 3 from 7. Just that 50% from the charity stripe. 45 plays 16 in favour of Casey. Good active hands from Overby. We'll go back into the backcourt. Lee will pick it up. Guarded by Burns on the left-hand dribble. Lost possession. Lord picks it up, and here come the Broncos again. Swings it across. Overby. 4-3. Short and left. Fowler with the rebound. Fowler and Parsons just commanding the key at the moment for the Cavs, and here they go again. Just a combination of their leadership. And a good finish again by Sarah Parsons, who now has her first points of the game. Burns, nothing again on offer. Kicks it out to Siamoa. Looks to attack, puts it up. Good take from Leilani Siamoa. And again, Casey just wasting no time, moving this ball down the floor. Maudsley, backdoor cut. Parsons just couldn't get the shot to fall. Probably looked for a foul, but didn't get it. Now in transition, wind. Guarded by Webb. Siamoa again, good hands from Tegan Fowler. Hume City will keep possession as Rachel Bell comes into the game for Taylor Lee, her first minutes off the floor. So off Deep 2 is good from Paige Tawaf. One step out, she probably would have had the 3 ball, but nonetheless, it's a basket, and they hit 20 points for the half. Last minute of the first half, and there again is Rachel Bell with the N1, and that is 19 points for the half. Goodness me. She's shooting at 8 from 11 from the field. 63%.
She's so quick, like that first step there, she just blew past Burns and caught Hayley Wind off guard as well, and she's been on a couple of on the end of layups, and that's due to just how quick she is.
You can never be caught sleeping on the defensive end if you're Hume City, especially with a side like this, that's for sure. She consolidates the 3-point play, brings lead back out to 30. 50 plays 20. Tegan Hindle comes into the game for her first minutes as well. Hands it off to Tawaf. Right, into Wine, turns, spins, off the window is good from Hayley Wines. That'll give her some confidence. So, Casey, response definitely in order. Here is Bell again. Mid-range jumper with a bit of a fade. Goodness me. Stop it, Rachel Bell. And that is 21 for the half. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds to go in the half. Right, looks to take it. Foul coming. Could hear the slap from miles away. And Tegan Fowler wasn't very happy with that call, but the slap was definitely there.
It was there. She's not happy, but it was definitely there.
And again, just that first free throw in every possession is just not dropping tonight. And Wright misses them both, so 5 seconds to go. Possession will stay with Casey. 4.8 to go in this first half. So the clock will be adjusted to 3.4 rather. So a second gone off. So the Cavs from their baseline. Here is Bell for the last possession of the half. What can she do? Oh, over the backboard, but it doesn't matter because the Cavaliers have a 30-point lead at the main break. 52 to 22. As we look at the leaders, Rachel Bell has an equal amount of points as the whole Hume City squad at the moment. 22 points off 9 for 13 shooting. 8 points from Taylor Lee, 6 from Beck Maudsley, 5 from Tegan Fowler, 4 from Tess Young, 3 from Kyra Webb, and 2 each to Dakota Crichton and Sarah Parsons. For the Broncos, it's been tough going. 6 points to Paige Tawaf, 7 for Hayley Wind, 3 points to Leilani Siamoa, 2 each for Tash Overby and Sophie Burns, and 1 point each going the way of Charlotte Lord and Ellen Wright. It's been a tough first 20 minutes for the Broncos. What did you make of it? How did Hume City go from here?
It's been real tough. I think from here is really the little things and what Hume City want to pride themselves on, like maybe focus on one aspect of the game or a few, like whether it's rebounding, denying the ball, a certain play, and just stick to that because it is such a big lead. And I guess it's always difficult when you're a coach and you're a player. How do you get yourself up for the second half? And it really is going to be about those little things and the team rules, whichever they have, and stick to them. And I think probably the main thing as well is defensively. There's too many easy back cuts that just no communication there, or the certain players not watching properly, and I mean it's a disaster at the moment.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, look back to last week. This time last week, they were actually in the hunt against somebody who are on top. Now, I'm not saying I'm discrediting Casey. At the moment, they are third. But you can see the quality of these top 4 teams coming through in state champ women because, again, without Sharisha Richards on the floor, Casey have just dominated this game so far.
I think it hurts with Rachel Bell as well. She was going to play with the Broncos
She could have
last
been. She
season,
could have been
but,
on the other side of the floor, on the other bench.
Yeah, and
But it's not to be, unfortunately.
yeah, unfortunately, COVID messed around with those plans, and Rachel really wanted to be here. She has her partner here and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, Casey turned out good for her, but not so good for us, especially at the moment when she pretty much has our team, the Hume City scoring 22 points.
That's it's a tough stat to look at that one, especially when it's a very, very equal amount. 30-point lead at the half. We'll take a short break and be back with the second half action after this. Halftime here at Broadmeadows Basketball Stadium. Casey lead Hume City 52-22. It's been a big first half from the Cavaliers, and so I'm joined again by Hannah Jens. Hannah, what do we expect from this second half? Do we expect more of the same from the Cavs, or do we see Hume City, I guess, increase their ascendancy and peg the lead back slightly?
Well, from a Hume City perspective, definitely want to see a bit of something coming out of it. I think a lot more communication, especially on the defensive end. They seem really quiet, not yelling out to switches or anything like that. But on Casey's end, I wouldn't be surprised if they come out the exact same way, really hard, throwing out real tough full court mans and presses. I would not be surprised if it continues, but for Hume City's sake, that I hope they knuckle down, especially at the defensive end.
Definitely, yes. Defensively, that has been the problem. The breakdowns in communication have cost Hume City on multiple occasions tonight. And if you've just joined us, Rachel Bell of the Casey Cavaliers has the same amount of points at halftime as the whole Hume City Broncos lineup. She has dropped 22 in the first half, 9 of 13 shooting from the field, 1 from 4 from the three-point line, and a perfect 3 from 3 from the charity stripe rather. And she's just been on fire. And if you wanted to stop the Cavs, you've got to stop Rachel Bell.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard. She's very quick, but I think the key to stopping her is literally just denying her the ball, get it to someone else's hands, and because she's so quick, even off the dribble, she's got spin moves, fadeaways, like she's pretty much got it all. Probably apart from posting up would be the only thing, but other than that, I don't know how they're going to force her to post up and
it's all right.
Get the ball away. But
it's all right, especially if she's shooting the point. It's not going to be easy to get in that position at all.
Yeah, 9 of 13 from the field, like just about 70%.
That's fantastic. That's a really good shooting stat right there. As we are about to get this third quarter underway, Cavs will start with possession. Here we go. Lee to bring it up for the Cavs. Switches on, one guarding her in the mismatch. Inside the mismatch immediately. And Fowler recognised that a few players on the floor here, Fowler being one of them, Burns on the other end as well. And foul on Burns. The Hume City bench do not like. That's 4 on Sophie Burns, I believe, as well. Yeah. But again, they saw the mismatch, Casey. They switched it immediately. They got Lee onto Hayley Wind, and they had Fowler on Burns inside, and that's the communication that they needed to work on.
Yep, tough. Just real tough there for Sophie. She was on the ground. I don't think she could do
much about that.
But alas, the foul was called, and shots here for Casey.
So Hindle comes into the game for Burns, who is in foul trouble. Tegan Fowler on the line.
Maybe it's this end with the free throws.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It could potentially be, because we have gone, what is it? I believe it has been 4 from 12 from this side of the floor. Siamoa backs down on Rachel Bell and gets the N1. Another positive there for the Broncos, and first person on Rachel Bell.
Yeah, and I think Leilani had a good last couple minutes of the half. She got a couple of steals. She had a couple of shots as well. So I think she's had a good couple of minutes over these 2 quarters.
Hopefully her momentum can continue in this third term. Lee. Parsons. Bell. Moving the ball. Bell pulls up for 3. Couldn't get it to fall this time. Hindle picked up the rebound. Looks to drive and move the ball to the middle. And a good take there by Tegan Hindle. A mid-range floater.
Beautiful.
Was lovely. And a good little start to this half for Hume City. Lee, Fowler, fell down, and again Hindle with possession, stripped and stole the ball. Another offensive set here for Hume City in this third term. Right to off, into Wine now. Looks to back down against Fowler. Foul coming, free throws for Hayley Wine, and this is a much better start from the Broncos.
It definitely is, and they've just been doing things right. It's all come from the defensive end. A couple of steals, a couple of tough shots for Casey, and come up the other end.
Hayley Wine, she has had a tough couple of weeks coming off last week's loss as well to Sunbury. She had to contend with all the O'Reilly inside, and obviously probably mismatched there, but this week again against Parsons and Fowler, but that's a good couple of free throws there for the Broncos. A 9-0 run to start this half. Good backdoor cut again, and the pass from Parsons to Lee. That's happened a few too many times tonight from a Broncos perspective. Siamoa for three. Couldn't get it to fall. Right, tried to pull her way through the front. She got the rebound. Lost possession. Wine didn't realise that she was getting the ball back. Got a jump ball going the way of the Broncos. Yeah, Ellen Wright there almost pretty much left it for Hayley Wine, but Wine just couldn't get to the floor quick enough to pick it up. Nonetheless, Hume City will regain possession. Hindle drives to the left. Here's Siamoa, fakes a three, looks to drive, mid-range jumper. Just beat the shot clock, but couldn't get the shot to go. In transition, here is Lee. Siamoa running with Bell as well now all across the floor, so they have tried to adjust that. Bell takes it in again.
She's still too good.
Still too good. 24 points now for Rachel Bell. 10 of 15 shooting. Hindle gives it off to Tawaf. Top of the three is Ellen Wright. Swings it to Siamoa. Fakes a three again. Looks at mid-range jumper. Off the backboard. Couldn't get it to fall. Here is Casey in transition. Maudsley finds Lee. Parsons finds Bell again. Good active hands though from Leilani Siamoa, who's lifted. She's lifted in her 150th game.
She definitely has, and it's good to see someone has lifted for the Broncos.
So, deep two coming for Tegan Fowler. It's always dangerous when you can have the forwards that can shoot like that. Tawaf for three, pulls up just short, front of the iron and just dropped, and here's Bell in transition to Lee, lost possession, and again Hindle, but she couldn't control the ball either. And Hindle has been one of the players for Hume City as well in this quarter that's actually picked up a bit of the pace too and jumped on the loose possessions and transitioned the ball down the floor too, so it's good to see. That one there just unfortunately not paying off.
She had a tough game. She played in the youth game before. Unfortunately, the Broncos lost against Knox, but so she must be pretty warmed up.
Definitely is. Entry pass foul there. That one on Hayley Wine. 3 fouls for her. They're going to be careful here inside, especially with limited stocks in the centre position. Lee takes it all the way, couldn't get it. Good follow. That one there was Tegan Fowler. And more free throws coming for Casey. So that, I would say 7-0 run that Hume City had has just reversed the other way, and at this point in time it's a 8-0 run going the way of the Cavs. 60 plays 29, it's a 31-point lead. Hindle, Siamoa, Hindle again just couldn't control the handoff, and another turnover coming. Sophie Burns being vocal from the side of the floor, which is always good to see. They need a bit of support here to the Broncos on the floor. Parsons Finds Bell again. Looks to take it all away. And Rachel Bell, with no regard for human life at the moment. Goodness me. 26 in the game now for her. Right. To Samoa to wind. Not much she can do at the moment. Tries to back down. Resets it. Hindle. Good pass into Tawaf. 7 on the shot clock again. Lost possession. And we may have a foul here. Just deciding which way it's going to go. And maybe on Tawafi, I think.
I think so, really. Quite unlucky there.
Second foul on her as Kirk, Lord and Overby come back into the game. A few subs in for Hume City here. Can't deny that Casey have been very, very good. Bell looks to attack, kicks it across. Here is Parsons, mid-range, bumps off the ring. And here come Hume City, lost possession, nearly hit the camera. Nearly hit it.
Got nutmegged those.
Went right through the tripod.
In between the tripod, which is good. We like to keep our camera and equipment
safe.
Nice and, yeah.
So Cavs with another possession here. Just over 5.5 to go in this third term. Here is Bell again. Guarded by Samoa. Swings it. It's across to Maudsley. Inside. Here is Fowler on the buzzer. Not quite. Kirk with a rebound now. And a good take and a foul there on Dakota Christian. We know how aggressive Jade Kirk can be on the floor, and if she can bring some of that energy to the offensive end, that would be much, much needed and very, very helpful.
Yep, she's an absolute fighter. She sees ball, she gets ball. So, be good to see what she does here.
It'll be an enticing matchup here on Taylor Lee as well, with these two girls against each other. Here's Samoa again, swings it to Lord. Lord's going to step in for the 3-ball, couldn't get it to go. Rebound here by Maudsley again. And here come Casey. Lee. Majority of the game, she's been on the floor. Here's Christian again, looks to attack at the travel. Not called. And here is Bell. Shot clock in single figures here. Pulls up for 3. Not quite. Rebound though, oh, it's a brilliant rebound by Parsons, but just again, a bit heavy on the shot. Here comes Lord. Handoff to Overby. Kirk looks inside to Wine. Good seal. Can she finish it off? No, she can't. Bell grabs the ball. Double teamed here by Samoa and Lord. They break that. Now one player extra down the floor are the Cavs. Parsons looks to drive on Wines. Again, good defense by Hayley Wine there. And a foul coming on Sarah Parsons.
Good attack from both players there, from Parsons and Samoa. Even though the scoreline doesn't suggest it's close, but that play there, they really both wanted the ball.
Beck Maudsley comes out. Alana Gillespie comes in for the Cavaliers. So Lord to bring the ball up here. Looks to drive and take it all the way. Couldn't get it to go. Fowler took a lot of contact on that drive as well. So here again is Gillespie corralled by Kirk. Bell guarded by Wines here. Overby switches on. Back to Parsons. Gillespie. Parsons, 7 on the shot clock from the other side of the floor here. It's Lee, guarded by Samoa. Mid-range jumper is good. Beat the shot clock again, and Taylor Lee has 12 of her own points. There was a bit of a miscommunication there as well for the inbound pass for the Broncos. No one wanted to get the ball back. Overby looks to drive on Gillespie. Takes it all the way, gets the N1. Good attack. Decisiveness there from Tash. Overby gets the point and the foul as Kyra Webb comes into the game. This time for Sarah Parsons. The margin is still 33.64, plays 31. Overby makes the free throw as well. 12-9 in favour of Casey in this quarter, scoring-wise. Christian found Gillespie. Back to Christian with a roll. Good seal. Good defense by Kirk, though. Christian with the active hands. Brings the ball back into Casey possession. Goodness me, that was good. A great read on the ball to just steal that. Webb. Gillespie pulls up for three. And the air ball was a bit unkind. There's no wind in here, potentially.
It's no wind, but very cold in here.
Timeout called. Lead is 32. Casey have doubled Hume City's score at 64-32. If you look at the scorers, Rachel Bell with 26, Taylor Lee with 12, 9 points to Tegan Fowler, 6 to Beck Maudsley, 4 to Tess Young, 3 to Kyra Webb, and 2 each to Parsons and Dakota Crichton. For the Broncos, 7 to Hayley Wind, 6 each to Paige Tawaf and Leilani Siamoa, 5 to Tash Overby, 3 to Charlotte Lord, 2 for Burns and Tegan Hindle, and 1 point to Ellen Wright. It's been a tough night. No Hume City player has entered double digits just yet in this game.
Yeah, it's been real tough, but I think positive for this quarter is it's 10-12. So mentally, if the Broncos set themselves at 0-all at halftime, they're only 2 behind.
And I think that's exactly the mentality you should have in a game like this. The score is 0-0 at every break because it needs to be. And you concede 25-6 in the first term, 27 in the second term. That needs to be the mentality. So Siamoa to bring it up. Again, guarded by Taylor Lee. Siamoa swings it to Lord. Lord for 3. No good. 0 from 11 now from beyond the arc are the Broncos. A tough 3-ball shooting contest. Gillespie will find Bell. Came off the screen. Swings it to Lee, guarded by Kirk. 7 on the shot clock. Lee swings it. Christian looks to drive. Good hand, but it's a foul. I think Charlotte Lord is a bit shaken up here. The foul was on her, and that is Charlotte Lord's 3rd foul.
Definitely a foul, but I think it's still a positive that she's, showing commitment to helping out, even though it was a foul. You'd probably say,
putting your body on the line.
That's a bit of a positive.
Yeah. Christian makes the first. Both sides in the bonus in this quarter as well. Misses the second. Lord grabs the rebound. 2 minutes 15 to go in this third quarter. Siamoa looking to try and push its offense, does so, and unlucky bounce there, unkind, rimmed in and out, and Bell with the rebound. Beck Maudsley here. Swings it to Bell, looks to drive, that's way too easy from Rachel Bell. And she's just continuing her fine form in this game. Overby down the floor, looks for the response, hit the front of the iron, and winds, couldn't get the secondary shot to go. Bell again with another rebound. 6 rebounds for her as well as 28 points. Webb, Maudsley, Bell. The movement on offense has been fantastic from the Cavs tonight. Gillespie swings it back to Bell. 6 on the shot clock, pulls up for 3. That one was a bit off. Rebound by Hayley Wines. Good to see Kirk getting some healthy minutes in this game as well. Siamoa in the 150th. Looks to drive. Kirk in the corner for 3. And again a bit heavy. Rebound by Crichton, who's looking to go coast to coast. Kicks it out to Gillespie. We got a foul on Leilani Siamoa for the block. and free throws coming here for Dakota Crichton as Paige Tawaf and Ellen Wright come back into the game for Hume City. Crichton makes them both. Lead is 37. Here's Tawaf. Kirk running the point at the moment with Burns in foul trouble. Foul on the baseline. So free throws coming for Jade Kirk as Tegan Fowler comes back into the game. Kirk makes them both, and there's one thing that's good to see from Hume City there. Free throw percentage has definitely increased in this half. Haven't missed one in this third quarter. 36 seconds to go. Here is Bell. Mid-range jumper. That was a very toughly contested shot. And Hume City with the ball. There's a potential foul here. That's on Kyra Webb for hands, and more free throws coming for the Broncos. So Hayley Wyant goes to the line for a couple more. 3 from 4 from the charity stripe is Wyant. So just the one there for Wyant. Half a minute to go in this third quarter. Gillespie to bring it up. Swings it across to Webb. Webb looks to drive. Travel there on Kyra Webb with the 3 steps. So last possession here will go the way of the Broncos. CMI here with the ball. Wine guarded by Webb, top of the 3. Samoa into Tawaf, fakes twice. That was a very, very tough contested shot, and it's out of court. Casey couldn't control it. 0.6 of a second to go.
Quick shot here.
A quick shot or a quick tip in potentially from either Wyand or Wright. Alex Palazzolo on the side of the floor, barking instructions. Nothing good there for Hume City. The lead is 34 at 3/4 time. Casey, 69, plays Hume City 35. Leading scorers for the Cavaliers, 28 to Rachel Bell, 12 to Taylor Lee, 9 to Fowler, 6 to Maudsley, 5 to Crichton, 4 to Tess Young, 3 to Kyra Webb, and 2 to Sarah Parsons. For the Broncos, 8 points to Wyand, 6 points to Leilani Siamoa, 5 to Overby, 6 also for Paige Tawaf, 2 points to Sophie Burns, Jade Kirk, and Tegan Hindle, and 1 point to Ellen Wright. 0 for 12 from the lands of plenty. Hume City, they found it tough from beyond the arc. Hannah, all their points coming from inside. They've gone 11 from 18 from the charity stripe, up to 61%, so a bit of an improvement there.
Definitely, I think the third quarter was good. 13 to 17 still Casey's way, but kept the score relatively low. Nearly evened up the quarter, and yeah, just a much better quarter coming out of the half. But yeah, 0 of 12 from 3, and Yeah, that really hurts. I mean, Casey's not shooting the three much better either, only 3 of 16, but I mean, yeah, it's just real tough. I mean, but you got to keep shooting the threes if you're open, because you never know. And it's a decent league. Like, this is championship women; they are capable of making them. And maybe because it's such a cold night, perhaps it just hasn't found the rim. But
potentially, well, I mean, Hume City, it looks like they're 12 from 53 from the field as compared to the Cavs, who are 27 from 58. So they're taking 5 more shots, but they're shooting 46% as compared to 22. So that's where the factor is, and it comes down to the poor possessions, the different possessions that they're running, breakdown of defense as we've seen all night. But Hume City, you have to keep looking for the looks inside, I think. Get some of the girls, especially the forwards, in foul trouble potentially.
Yep, definitely.
The final 10 minutes of this game underway. Bell has been solid all night. Here is Gillespie. Swings it inside. Fowler. Maudsley. Looks inside Bell on the post now. Mid-range jumper. Just a bit short. Good rebound, CMR. And another foul. This one here on Tess Young. 4th foul on her as well. So the first Cav in foul trouble for the night, as well as Burns. She's on the floor. She's also on 4 fouls for the game. Wind. Burns. Siamoa looked for the 3 ball, but intended to drive instead. Does so. The shot was very hotly contested, and Bell with the rebound. Fowler. Maudsley. Foul off the ball. That one there on Leilani Siamoa. 3 fouls on the 150 gamer. 15 on the shot clock. Gillespie now gets the handoff from Bell. Good screen by Fowler, and that's a good pass. Couldn't get to go. Good hands by Tawaf. Tried to get the ball out of court. Here's Maudsley for 3. Yes, that's good from the outside. Beck Maudsley. She has 9 in the game as well. The response from Simoa wasn't good. Holding foul on Paige Tawaf. Potentially, or was it a foul on Maudsley herself? I think it was. For a holding foul, potentially. Yeah, it was. So Alex Palazzolo looking to question that call there. Hume City with the possession here. Right off the screen, but good hands from Fowler. Didn't do anything. Burns fades away. Couldn't get it to go. Another foul. This one on Hayley Wind. And Wind now with her 4th foul as well in this game. So just a bit edgy in this final term on both sides. More so Hume City.
It just really hurts to try and get momentum, but if you're in foul trouble, you want to stay on the court to stay with that momentum, but it's hard.
So Cavs just swinging the ball around the top of the 3-point line here. Lee was corralled by Burns. Mid-range jumper here coming from Fowler. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound here by Tawaf. Good hustle on the floor. And Samoa comes up with it in transition. Brings the ball down, looks to attack on the left hand. Good finish from Leilani Siamoa. It's been the one positive, the transition play from Hume City tonight. Bell looks for Lee. Guarded by Wright in the mismatch. Looks to drive all the way. Good hands though from Alan Wright. Great read on the block. 6 on the shot clock. Casey will have the ball on the baseline. Fowler got the inbound. Good hands by Wright again, but it'll come out to meet Young. And the shot clock expires though. Maudsley with the deep 2. Lead back out to 37. Wind, top of the 3. Finds Burns. Siamoa pops out for three, short off the front of the iron again. Rebound there by Lee. Young to Bell, looks to attack. Wine mid-range is good again. That's 30 points for Rachel Bell. She has just been on fire. 13 from 21 from the field. Has caused havoc on both ends of the floor, but more predominantly the offensive end. Tawaf looks inside. Post from right. Again, couldn't get the finish. She had the lovely seal, but just the shot was a bit heavy. And here is Bell in transition. Good hands from right. Forced a turnover. And here is Burns in transition. Mid-range jumper is good. Pull up for that. And she'll take it. Yeah, it's a fantastic shot there by Sophie Burns. Tough night for her at the office. Bell was uneven shot, but again, Hume City made a meal of it here. They had three girls on the rebound. Jump ball will at least go their way, but that's again, lack of communication.
Yeah, and I think a lack of intensity as well there. Just seeing the ball and not being ready to grab it, because I mean Rachel Bell's all over it. She's going to grab the ball, and yeah, I think just really that lack of intensity and communication there. But luckily enough, they had the jump ball arrow going the Broncos' way.
Burns faked the handoff, still has it. Looked for the mid-range jumper, steps back. That was a very unconvincing shot there and didn't hit either the net, ring or backboard. Air ball there for Hume City. Free possession here for Casey. Lead to Parsons. To Bell. Back into Parsons. Back out to Bell. She's going to take this three ball here. Looks good from our position. We were behind that the whole way. And it was never in doubt from Rachel Bell, who has 33 in the game now. Burns hands it in to Lord. Right underneath the basket. Missed the first. Missed the second. Followed by Ellen Wright is good. So Maudsley has played fairly solid as well. She'll have the ball here again. Deep three, not quite. And Tash Overby comes back into the game. This for Leilani Siamoa.
And that was Maudsley's first miss of the game. Before that, she was a 4 of 4 from 3. Or 3-3 from 3, sorry. She's
been good. Bad pass yet again from Hume City, and they're paid the price with Bell again on the offensive end. Here's Overby. Swings it. Lord for three. Can they get something going? The first three ball of the night from Charlotte Lord and the Broncos. They're 1 from 13. Here's Lee again. Young. Maudsley. Efficiency from her and has been excellent. Parsons fakes a handoff, drives all the way, and gets the N1 to go as casual as you like. No celebration, no nothing. Just the point and the foul.
It was such a good play though. I feel like a bit of emotion there, but yeah, fake the handoff and recognise that the Broncos went onto it and one play there, and it was really nice.
Timeout from Casey. They have a chance here to make it a 40-point game. 37 from Rachel Bell. 16 from 24 from the field.
It's been amazing,
just as dominant as possible in this game. 12 from Lee, 9 from Maudsley, 9 from Fowler. For the Broncos, it's been tough going. 8 points from Hayley Wine, 11 from Tawaf, who's the first Bronco in double figures. That's where the buck stops, really. 6 points there for Leilani Siamoa, 5 for Overby and 4 for Burns, 3 each to Charlotte Lord and Ellen Wright. 9 rebounds for Hayley Wine. She's bordering on a double-double though. Just positive as well for Hume City, but
I feel like she's been quiet, but she's 9 rebounds, 8 points, just quietly getting her job done. It's been a tough night with Casey being absolutely dominant, but she's tried hard and I think she can hold her head up high. So she's on the bench now, but maybe she'll get on later to achieve the double-double.
She has come up against a lot of really good centres and forwards in the last couple of weeks, so shouldn't drop her head, especially now, because she's getting good minutes and she's contesting and contending against those girls.
And she's still young as well. She's 19 or 20, so she could still play youth league, which I think she's filling in every now and again, but still young. Got a lot of upwards ahead of her.
Parsons has just made that a 40-point game. Lord for 3 again, back-to-back, couldn't get it to go. Good rebound by Lee again. And here's Bell. Parsons swings it across Maudsley. This is a good play. 3 ball is good. And Maudsley is having herself a night as well. Lead is 43 points. 87 plays 44. Burns mid-range jumper is good. That's her forte, Sophie Burns, and they've lacked a bit of that tonight, but it's good to see her get into that rhythm. Under 4 minutes to go in this game. Bell. Mid-range jumper contested again.
Yeah, that looked good.
Had a hand in the face from Charlotte Lord and still made the shot. She has 39 now. She has just been ridiculously good tonight. Burns, and 1 from Sophie Burns, and she likes that. Carbon copy of the recent mid-range jumper, and this time she got the reward of the N1.
She's feeling it a little bit, and I had a little bit of emotion there, so good to see.
1 bonus coming from the charity stripe for Sophie Burns. Good to go from Sophie Burns. She's up to 8 points in the game. Lee has been excellent as well for the Cavs. Bell fouled there by Toa. That's her 4th foul also of the game. A few girls in foul trouble for Hume City. Sophie Burns, Paige Chowoff, Hayley Wind, Ellen Wright on the 3 fouls as well. For Casey, it's Sarah Parsons and Dakota Christian with the 4 fouls, as well as Tess Young. So a few girls in foul trouble for both sides here. This girl here, Lee, not one of them. Looks for the inbound pass. Parsons going to finish it off, but they get another possession. Deep 2 from Lee, wasn't good to go, couldn't go, and rebound by Weinrod again dispossessed. Here is Bell. Looks up, spin move is ridiculous.
It's 41.
Rachel Bell, somebody cool her down. She has 41 points. Has run a mark on the offensive end as Burns takes it in and responds with her own couple of points. She's up to 11 points as well in this game. 91 plays 51 as we approach 2.5 minutes. Here she is again. Pulls up for 3. That one there was just a bit short as Burns brought the ball down. Pulls up for 3. Burns again. A rare air ball there, and the shot. Lee brings it down. Here's Parsons, top of the 3, looks in. And that's Tess Young. Overby with the rebound here. 18 from 62 at Hume City from the field. 29% is Lord. Just hit the backboard and didn't get the ring. 2 minutes approaching this final quarter. Maudsley, Parsons, Lee. Nothing much on offer here for Casey. He's been a rarity tonight. But here comes Lee for 3, short. Rebound by Parsons. And it's just becoming way too simple on the offensive end as Lee exceeds 40 points. Burns. Look for the mid-range. Goes inside to Wind. Back out to Lord. And that's a good shot there. Subs coming in for Casey. Kirchton and Kyra Webb coming into the game. So, Webb, it's Lee rather, looks inside. Young Back out to Lee. Maudsley guarded by Burns. Steps back for three. Maudsley. Oh, nearly had another three to go, but rimmed in and out. Burns in transition here. Swings it down the floor to Simo. It's a good pass and a good finish. Casey complaining that maybe on the floor here.
I think it probably was a foul on the floor.
It's what the refs are having a chat about here. Unsportsmanlike foul here on the floor. They score. It's an unsportsmanlike foul on Kyra Webb, and 2 in possession coming here for Leilani Samoa. Interesting there. Not sure what that was for.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Palazzolo questioning that as well. He goes, what was that for? Just over a minute to go. It's been a tough night in her 150th for Samoa. Not the way that she wanted to obviously go about it.
No, but so far she's had a great career. I mean, I think 2015 was part of that Youth League Championship in Youth League 1. Still only young, got a long way to go in her basketball career. But yeah, not
plenty
the way
more basketball to come. But yeah, obviously not a way you want to see at your 150th game, that's for sure. She missed the first, makes a second. And Hume City will regain possession here. Overby to bring it in. A minute to go in this final term. It's been dominance all round from the Cavaliers, who will stay in the top 3, potentially challenge for a top 2 spot after this weekend's games. Wind inside turns, misses. She's one basket off a double-double, Hayley Wind. Can she finish it off before the end of this game? Webb attacks right, looks to send a spin, and we've got right on the floor in a lot of pain. Yeah, she's in a considerable amount of pain here.
Clutching her knee, I think. Just awkward fall there.
Yeah.
And that's really unfortunate with only 38 seconds to go for the match.
And with a lot of injuries already in this game, she looks to be in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
She landed very awkwardly off the leg.
And yeah, just so many injuries all over for the Broncos at the moment. I mean, Selena, just before the lockdown, did her knee quite badly. Hopefully it's not the same. But yeah, Georgia Kieran's sitting on the bench. Nikki Spencer, I think, is done for the season. Just has a party in hospital with her appendix removed. I mean,
it just goes from bad to worse, doesn't it?
The list just seems to go on, and even in the Youth League Women's, Chrissy Trantafilopoulos did her ankle last week.
Jeez.
Tash Overby has been back tonight, but she's been injured, so it's been...
It's just been a continuous cycle. They're calling game here, it looks like, in the end.
Yeah, I'd say...
They've called this game off here.
Sensible decision, I think.
Sensible decision, and Casey will come out with a 39-point win, rather. 93-54 as the officials make the decision that this game will no longer be played with Ellen Wright on the floor and with the potential to be a lengthy stint on the floor rather than the sidelines at the moment.
I think so. She's still quite in a lot of pain, the poor girl.
It's a very bitter way to end the night, unfortunately. It was tough as it was with the lead being the way it was, but to see Ellen Wright go down in the last 40 seconds of the game is tough as well.
And she's an absolute fighter too. Like, she wouldn't be screaming out in pain if it didn't hurt, so that's really tough to see. And even though it was a dirty night, you don't want to see any player get injured, and it just seems to go from bad to worse, unfortunately, at the moment for the Broncos.
A very, very tough end to a night as we look at the scores for both sides. 41 points for Rachel Bell. We cannot talk about her enough. I mean, 18 from 27 from the field. She just dominated on the offensive end. 12 points each to Taylor Lee and Beck Maudsley. 9 points to Tegan Fowler. 7 to Sarah Parsons. 5 to Dakota Crichton, 4 to Alana Gillespie, to Tess Young rather, and 3 to Kyra Webb for Hume City. 11 each for Paige Toaf and Sophie Burns. 8 to Hayley Wine, just missed out on a double-double. 5 points for Lord, as well as Overby 7 for Leilani Siamoa. 2 points each to Tegan Hindle and Jade Kirk, and 3 points to Ellen Wright. A tough night at the office. She's still in a considerable amount of pain. Here's Ellen Wright on the floor. It caps of a tough night, as we said. And as the Bronco girls stick around to see how she's going, Dee Butler goes over as well to have a look, but she is in a lot of pain, is Ellen Wright.
Bittersweet for Casey as well, though. Seemed genuinely worried for her before. So, I mean, you never want to see an injury. You always want to play the best that each team has to offer, and really disappointing. And I mean, another injury.
Another injury, it's hard to go past the amount that we've had this season, but towards the end of the game, you want to go through unscathed without injuries, but it's just very, very tough. And all the best with her recovery. Hopefully it's a speedy one for Ellen Wright as she gets up and is in a sitting position, which is good to see, and hopefully they can get her moving potentially. Yeah,
good to see it's a Casey official, whether he's a trainer helping out. He looks like he seems to know what he's doing, but at the end of the day, we're all playing one sport, so when a player gets injured, it's good to see the Casey official helping out there.
Well, that concludes proceedings here. It's good to see her up on her feet. Thank you for joining us. It wasn't the result we would have hoped for, and wasn't a doubleheader tonight, but obviously the Broncos will go ahead and move forward from this result here. Casey on the charge after a big win last week against the Devils. But thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and stay safe.